I have a goal to ride 60 miles on Singletrack in one day, and today I'm going to show you what I do to prepare to try to meet that goal. A few months ago, when I bike packed the Black Canyon Trail with my buddies, we covered 60 miles in 2 days and spent a night out on the trail. The whole time I was thinking, I wonder if I could do this in one day. And that's my goal, to try and ride the whole Black Canyon Trail in one day. So this is all new for me. I'm not an endurance athlete, that's no surprise. And I don't know that I'm ever going to become one. But I'm trying to decide which bike to get. I'm trying to decide how heavy I pack. I'm gonna have my wife help support this so she can bring lunch and food and we can just make a really enjoyable trip out of it. She's pretty much my aid station on wheels, and I'm thankful for her for that. But to prepare, I'm gonna chat with my friend Maggie from Tailwind Nutrition. She's an ultra endurance runner. She runs 100 to 250 mile marathons. She's a trail runner, she's fantastic, and she uses Tailwind, which I use, and so she'll help me know how to use that and how to work that into my plan.
Hi, Steve. Yeah, thanks.
Tell us a little bit about Tailwind. I've been using it for years, but for those that don't know what it is, talk to us about it a little bit.
Well, so it's what we call an all-in-one fuel. The three things just essentially you need for an endurance sport: electrolytes, water, and calories, carbs. So, we have all that in Tailwind. So, I mean, to any level, really, it's kind of a nice, just simple thing to use. You just need Tailwind. It comes in powder form. You mix it with water. And then one bottle's worth for 24 ounces, 20 to 24 ounces is good for an hour. So, I mean, I think it's really awesome for something that you're trying to do, go pretty long for the first time, not have to mess around with like salt pills and all that stuff.
So you say it's all you use. When you run a 100-mile race, is that all you consume?
Yeah. And it's scary to try like 100 miles on it, but I was like, I've used it also for a very long time before I worked for Tailwind. And so I went for it. I went for this race, Bighorn in Wyoming, which is like a pretty gnarly race, a lot of climbing. I was like, I'm just going to use Tailwind. And a couple of times I felt like I needed real food. So I took a bite of potato at one aid station and like a bite of mac and cheese in another. But really, like pretty much it was just Tailwind. And I had a really great race. I had a great time. I never felt any mental lows, any like energy drops.
How do I listen to my body and know when I need more Tailwind or more water or more food or anything like that? What are your tips for that?
Yeah. So main thing is like whatever you've been doing in your training rides, just stick, and that's been working, stick with that. If you find that you like to have a bottle of water just in case you get, tired of drinking Tailwind, then do that. But I mean, try to consume the 200 calories or so an hour. So, your one bottle. If you feel like you're falling behind, or if you start to feel, usually it happens mentally, you'll start to feel like this isn't fun anymore. And you ask yourself, when's the last time I had a sip of Tailwind? And then you can just kind of catch up, which is nice because it's absorbed really quick. So if you start to kind of dip down, you can get yourself out of that hole really quick if you just chug a little bit of Tailwind.
Awesome. That's super good advice. What other mental advice do you have for when you're in a hole and you're just like, man, this is not fun anymore? How do I get through this?
Yeah. So the majority of the time it is calories that puts you in that mental low. I mean, but then there's other things, if something could go wrong, like your right leg doesn't feel good or something like that. But, you kind of just like, don't think about the end goal and how much longer you have, just remember you're doing this because you love it and try to find something really positive. And then sometimes none of that works. Just embrace the suffering and it's just that much more rewarding when you're done.
Maggie, you're awesome. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the tips. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve, and have fun.
Now we're going to chat with my buddy Mackey, who you've seen in some of my videos. He's a great friend, a fantastic rider, and he knows a lot more about challenging yourself and pushing yourself physically than I do. So I'm excited to learn from him.
Today I'm here with Mackey Franklin from the YouTube channel Sid and Mackey. When you were here, we were trying to ride the Black Canyon Trail in a day together, but it kept raining and the rivers kept filling up and the conditions just weren't right. But the conditions are right now, and I need your advice to do this because I've never ridden 60 miles in a day. What tips do you have?
Oh man, 60 miles, that's a long ways no matter how you look at it. I would practice some sort of long rides that are not 60 miles. So, maybe some 30 miles, maybe some 25 miles, just to get an idea of what it feels like to be out on your bike for that long, with the understanding that you're going to be out there for like twice that long. And mentally setting yourself up for that, being like, okay, this is going to be a long day. Like I don't want to go really hard at the beginning. I want to settle into like a pace that I can hold consistently all day long. That's going to be a big part of it. And then just knowing that, you have your bike dialed, that you have your equipment dialed, that you have your processes dialed. So have a plan for the day, set yourself up, and then prepare for the unexpected. There's always going to be something that like comes out, bites you. You're going to get a flat tire. You're going to break a chain. Like you want to be ready for those by having all the tools and by having extra parts, but B, mentally you want to be prepared for those in that, yeah, there's going to be some things that slow down. I'm not going to be going in exactly the time that I thought I was. It's always going to take longer than I thought. And that's okay. Just figuring out, how am I going to prepare for that mentally so that when that does happen, I don't get bummed out. I don't get disappointed. I don't get frustrated. I just, take care of the problem, fix it, get back on the bike, keep riding.
You know me well. I just wing it and I'm like, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I need to approach it differently because I've never done this before.
Yeah, I think it's worth, thinking through what are the things that could happen, trying to minimize the likelihood of those bad things happening, and then understanding that some bad thing is probably going to happen anyway. So you want to just be like, okay, bad things are going to happen. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean I'm a bad rider. It doesn't mean I'm terrible and I'll never be able to do this. And, if for some reason something catastrophic happens, you break a wheel or something that you can't finish, just say, okay, today wasn't the day. That's okay. I'm going to come back. It's like racing. Some days you have it and some days you don't. And you do everything you can to set yourself up to have the best day possible. And sometimes you just don't have a good day or a mechanical takes you out and you say, that one, we're just going to write off at a loss. We're going to turn around, get back on the bike as soon as you can and go get it the next time.
So you've ridden with me. We did a 30-mile ride together here in Sedona. That was super fun. Am I ready? Do you think I can do it?
Oh, I totally think you're ready, Steve. I have full faith in you. You rode so strong when we rode together. You were consistent. You never pushed the pace. You were just like, this is the pace I'm going at. I can hold this forever. And we were out there for a long time. And we were, 5-6 hours? And we did lots of breaks to eat and drink, hang out and chat. And it was just, instead of being like a grind, it was just a fun day on the bike that happened to be extremely long on a lot of technical trails.
That helped me a lot, and that was a big prep day. This time I'll have clipless pedals, so that'll be a big upgrade, and thank you. Yeah, if I don't get it tomorrow and something happens, I'll come back when the conditions are right. But that's the thing about having these goals is it's got to stretch a little, or there's no point in having a goal if it's something I do every day. But I don't want it to be so unattainable that I never get it and I just beat myself up. So, yeah, if tomorrow's not the day, I'll come back in the fall when it's cooler and try it then. You got to take a minute to talk about something that came in the mail. Let me grab it. Tell me about this.
Yeah, we're really excited. It's a mountain biking board game. We sort of looked around and there wasn't really anything in the board game space. And we love board games, play them regularly, and wanted to create one that would be fun for mountain bikers, but also that was actually a fun game to play. It wasn't just like a, roll the dice and move the spaces like Candyland or something. We wanted there to be some strategy in there and wanted people to learn something. So the idea behind the game is you're sending harder and harder features. You get to yell "send it" a lot, which is really fun. You're racing for the golden burrito at the end.
I've played it with my wife, with you, and with Sid and a couple other friends, and it is super fun. I find myself quoting the things on the cards and thinking about things differently. It's been really fun. So for people that want to get a game like this and share their love of mountain biking with friends who maybe don't mountain bike, what can they do to support this board game that you guys have made?
So Send It is live on Kickstarter right now. You can search for it on Kickstarter, or if you just go to senditboardgames.com, that'll forward you to the Kickstarter page. And we have hit our funding goal, which means that this game is going to happen. People are going to get this game. So if you're excited about it, if you like bikes and or board games, go check it out. I like to think it's really fun. We've heard from people it's really fun. And we've got some fun stretch goals that will improve the game, make it even cooler for everybody as we continue to get more backers.
I have so much respect for you guys for not just dreaming it up, but bringing your vision to reality. Congratulations.
Thanks very much. We're really excited about it.
Well, thanks for the time, Mackey. I'll let you know how this goes. I appreciate the tips. I know our viewers are going to appreciate the tips too. And of course, I just assume everybody here follows Sid and Mackey. But if there are one of two of you out there that don't know about Sid and Mackey yet, check out their YouTube channel. They're professional racers, husband and wife couple. They live in a van. They travel all over. And they are such a joy to watch. And they're fantastic people and super talented riders. Thanks for your time, Mackey.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Now, I love hardtails. You know that I do. But to achieve this goal, I think I'm going to be riding this on my full suspension. 60 miles on a hardtail is a long day. And even though I have a supple hardtail with soft wheels, I don't know if I'm up for it. Last time I rode half of this on a hardtail and it beat me up bad. And I was exhausted halfway through and I thought, there's no way I could do the whole thing in a day. I believe in the right bike for the right trail, and sometimes that's a full suspension. I know this is Hardtail Party, but this is a big goal of mine, and I thought you wanted to see the adventure as well, even if it is on a full suspension. I'm going to need all of the help that I can get, so I'm going to make it as easy as possible and take my Spot Rive 115. This bike is incredible. It's just under 25 pounds. It's super light. It's top of the line everything. Full XTR 12 speed. NV 24 spoke rims, super lightweight XC tires. This bike is a rocket ship, and when I ride it, I don't get as tired. So this is going to help me achieve my goal. My goal is to one day ride this whole trail on a single speed hardtail, but I'm not there yet, and I don't have a single speed hardtail anyway, but I want to get there. So this trip is to see if I can even do 60 miles in a day under the best conditions, which is the lightest, most efficient, most comfortable bike I know. See how it goes, and then see if one day I can contemplate doing this on a single speed hardtail. We'll see. That might be really stupid to try, but don't hate me for riding my full suspension for this, because this bike is perfect for what we're about to do. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm getting excited. I'm not very good at preparing, but here's what I prepared. I've got my Tailwind socks. Those are my all-time favorite riding socks. The Club Ride Johnson. This is a 1 hour chamois. That's how they market it. It's just got a small, super lightweight pad. It's actually my favorite chamois for all conditions, even all day on a bike. So I'll be wearing that. I've got a Club Ride fleece that I really like in case it's cold in the morning. I've got my Club Ride mountain surf shorts right here. And I've got my Patagonia sun hoodie. This is gonna keep the sun off of me. Tess is running the support vehicle and she has helped a ton. We've got our Tailwind Endurance Fuel, the Naked flavor, the Colorado Cola, our berry flavor. We have Orange Seal. I hope I don't need that. We have a whole new tire. Hope I don't need that. We have a whole bunch of water bottles, platypuses. Look at that lunch Teresa made me, and probably dinner. I have no clue if I'm going to be starving or if I'm going to just be on a roll and not want any food, but I'm going to eat even if I'm not hungry.
Yeah, it's tough when you're bike packing. Sometimes the real hunger doesn't hit till the second day, so it's tough to know what it's going to be like just pulling one 60-mile day, what your appetite is going to be like.
And here are all the things I don't want to miss tomorrow. Clipless shoes, gotta have those. My GoPro harness. I'm charging my 6 batteries right now. This is my headlamp mount, and I'm charging my headlamp. This is a backup headlamp mount because it weighs nothing and I might as well. This is already pre-mixed full of Tailwind, and I'm not using a straw. I'm just gonna pour this from here into my water bottles because that's how I like to drink. I've got several different glasses. These are the highest performance ones. They go completely clear, as you can see, for night riding, but when the sun comes out, they get dark. I think the fashion of these ones looks cooler, but these don't have the reactive lenses. I got my gloves, my helmet. This helmet is amazing. Specialized helmets fit my head so well. They're my favorite helmets. It's the Specialized Ambush Pro. I don't love the graphics. I don't think it's the best looking helmet, but man, does it fit well. And I've got some headphones. I never ride with headphones, but I might tomorrow just to keep me going on those long climbs that are really boring. it might be nice to just kind of get some energy and some music in there to get some pep. What else? I got first aid stuff in here, got all my 10 essentials, I got all the stuff I carry in my pack normally, an extra pair of socks in a Ziploc bag for the water crossing in case I want to do that. I think we're ready. Fingers crossed I can do this. I really want it, but as you get older in life, physical challenges are more than mind over matter. You have to listen to your body, and I don't want to injure my body and push it too hard just because I'm stubborn and I want to meet this goal. So tomorrow's going to be a balance.